Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Student. Welcome to the Academy of Chiropractic Doctors PI Program Consultations. I am very excited that you took the time to do this and make the commitment to your career, to your family, to yourself, just to be the best of the best through clinical excellence. Sit back and enjoy the consultations. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Student, and today we're going to be discussing personal injury. And I do have to tell you, there has never in the history of our profession been a better or easier time to do personal injury. And there's never been an easier time to learn how to do personal injury. And we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. But first I want to talk about why there's never been a better time. Unlike managed care and cash with the economy, being the way it is in certain environments, it's getting tougher, and doctors are getting paid less and less. But let me just give you a factual statistic, one that I actually did the research on myself. I get published every other year in the American Chiropractor on personal injury collections per state. And let's look at the trend, because I follow trends in business and in healthcare, and the business of healthcare, and the business of chiropractic. And personal injury, the average collection per state in 2011 was $130.66. In 2013, it was $143.72. 2015, $162.75. And in 2017, it was $182.75. Personal injury collections have outpaced inflational growth by just tremendously. I mean, by I think 250%, and that's memory, that's not factual, but considerably. Where else in our industry is it getting that way? I mean, look at it this way. If you're seeing 100 patients a week and you're collecting say $60 on average a visit, okay, it's real easy. Okay, so you're collecting, calculate 100 times 60 equals 6,000 a week times 52 equals 3 times 52. You're collecting $312,000. Now, if you take that same number in personal injury at 100 patients a week, 100 patients a week, okay, it's simple. So 100 patients a week, okay, so that's times 100 times 52. Now you're collecting $950,000. It's just a simple number. But say only 50% of your practice is personal injury. You're collecting over $400,000 a year more, approximately, on the same number of visits. You're seeing the same number of patients. And in reality, you're not really doing that much different. It's the same treatment, the same incredibly good evaluation. You're triaging a little bit differently. The only difference is you're collecting over $400,000 a year more with only 50% increase. Well, let me get that number factual. So it's times 0.5 equals, so that's 180, 120. So here's your answer, $120 times 50 times 52. You're collecting, well, it's a $312,000 difference by seeing 50% personal injury of 100 patients a week. It's not a real hard thing to do. Now, the other issue is, so now we know why you need to do personal injury more. You're going to collect more money, and I'm not saying that it's not good to do family practice. It's not good to do sports injuries. It's wonderful. It's not to do elder care. All of these things all these people need help. But you have to be able to balance a $30, $40, and $50 visit with a $180 visit or a $150 visit. You've got to be able to balance those things. Or it's like Robin Hood. You got to get where you can get it so you can take care of the rest. So it's just the pure economics of the industry, and it's not easy to get these cases. And where do you get them, and how do you get them? Well, that's what I do. And I have to tell you, I've lectured to over 250,000 lawyers. As recently as 2 days ago, I had 112 lawyers in front of me. I was in Queens, New York. And the week before, I was in Jacksonville, Florida. And the week before, I believe I was in Louisville, Kentucky. And the week before we were in Salt Lake City, and the week before we were down in Houston, Texas. I mean, I learned what's going on around the nation directly from the attorneys. And this past, actually 3 days ago, I sat with the law firm, the number one law firm that represents Geico and State Farm, and I sat with their lawyers, and it was just very revealing. So we know what's going on. I know what's going on, and I want to share it with you. So I had to hit the easy button. The information has become so voluminous that you need to learn. It's not hard. It's just a lot of little factoids and tidbits and things. And it's just so much reading. So we said, listen, we got to hit the easy button. So just like you're listening to this podcast, we've taken our entire program and we podcasted it. So now you can learn while you're in your car driving back and forth. You can learn while you're walking on the treadmill, while you're going for a walk on the beach, in the woods. You can learn while you're sitting at home at night after hours and you just want to sit back and chill, and you don't want to sit and read or go on the computer. So we really hit the easy button, and that's been my goal. How do I make it easy? Because this really is a very simple concept. It's very multifactorial in layers, but once you see it and understand it, it becomes so easy. Our average doctor, collects a lot more money. Truthfully, our statistic is if you're collecting, if your take-home pay is under $100,000 after a year with me, and you don't have to stay a year for it to work, our average doctor collects takes home actually after taxes 61% more. If their take-home is between $100,000 and $150,000, it's 57%, and if your take-home is over $150,000, it's 25% more. Why? It's purely based on your clinical excellence. That's it. We're going to give you a strategy. And I don't want this to sound like a big commercial. Maybe it kind of is. But the point is you will only win through clinical excellence. I don't care about all these get-rich-quick programs. The end all is Colossus. You have the Magic Colossus report. You'll be fine. It'll be perfect. Well, that's the get-rich-quick program of the last 5 years. I'm not saying it's not important. It's critically important, but it's a small piece of the puzzle. You must know that. But that's not the puzzle. That's the small piece. Because if that worked, everyone had Colossus compliant reports. Would have huge practices, and very few people have as a result. Very, very few. I hear it from doctors from coast to coast. How come it didn't work for me? What else should I do? Because you're missing the big picture. You're missing the big picture. That's a small piece of the puzzle. That's a critical small piece of the puzzle. But you have to understand it. So from my perspective, I wanted to hit the easy button. So what did I do? I took our entire program, put it on podcasts. I've taken the entire thing. We just want to make it easy, easy, easy. And listen, if you have any questions, call me. I don't care if you're a client of mine or not. If you're a chiropractor, you're a colleague, I will chat with you. I will answer your questions. It'll be my pleasure. I figured this out. I have verified this with thousands of doctors in 47 different states. Not that it won't work in the other 3, but for some reason, after doing this for 20 years, 3 states have eluded me. Don't ask me why. I have no clue. However, it works from coast to coast. It's easy, and it works for everyone. It works everywhere, but not for everyone. If you're not willing to put the investment of time into your success, then it's not going to work. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick program, I now have a lot of competitors who've taken my program and created what they call a get-rich-quick scheme. All you need is a magic newsletter, a magic flyer, all these forms. That's all you're going to need. All you need is your eValid, Colossus compliant. You're done. You're good. All those are get-rich-quick schemes. They will get you a patient or two. But I don't want you to get those patients because you're going to be a one and done. The lawyer's going to look at your document. They're going to look at your reports. They're going to be done with you. That's going to destroy your reputation, which could take years to resurrect. So my goal is to build a sustainable platform to make your competition irrelevant. That's my goal. Give me a jingle. My name's Mark Studin. My phone number is, get a pencil and paper, 631-786-4253. This is all I do. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the podcast you just heard, and it's been my pleasure to bring this to you. please understand that this is a very small piece of the puzzle, and it is my goal to bring you many, many pieces of the puzzle so that the picture can become clearer, your practice can thrive, chiropractic can thrive, and I at least can be a small part of that in your life, and it's my pleasure. So again, if you want to chat, give me a jingle, 631-786-4253. That's 631-786-4253. Or go to our website at Teach, T-E-A-C-H, Chiros, CHIROS.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you or chatting with you on our next podcast. Have a great day.